Hi, hello, how are you today?
Hi, I'm fine. Good, thank you. I have a friend that told me last Friday, that I need to have insurance, and I didn't even know I don't have an insurance card.
Oh, okay.
I know it's important to have insurance.
Yes, yes it is. If you get hurt or injured or you get sick, you want to have that. Do you have insurance now from another state or any type of minimal?
I don't know, Miss. I don't know. I don't know any kind of. I don't have any kind of insurance card. I saw my friend's insurance card, and I never got one. I just moved from another country, so I have no idea what to do.
Oh, yeah, that I could see that being very confusing. Can I just ask what country are you from? Just so I can get a picture of their system and how it might apply to ours.
From Holland.
Okay, all right. So I have no idea how their structure works, but that's great. So you do not have insurance right now, and you have not held any since you got here. Are you looking for medical insurance that gets you your prescriptions, hospital,
Yeah.
doctor?
No insurance right now.
Yeah.
I don't have any kind of insurance. Nothing at all.
Okay, but what kind are you looking for? Do you want to be able to go to the hospital, to the doctor? If the doctor gives you a prescription, are you wanting insurance to cover that, or would you be paying for that? What exactly are you looking for?
I've never been to the hospital. I've never been to the doctor. I just don't know what I need.
Well, that's good.
I just need help.
Okay.
I should give me advice or what I need to do.
Okay. All right. So, quick question. How old are you?
I'm 23.
23. Okay. So, in the U.S., our Medicare program is for those who are senior citizens 65 years or older. They're
Oh, I'm sorry. Medicare, can you explain that for me, please? Yeah, can you expand on what Medicare is? I'm sorry.
Yeah, yep, that's what I was trying to explain. So Medicare is America's system, like it is our country's insurance for those that are senior citizens or that have specific other circumstances. Or
Oh, and that means I can't get it?
no. That's there's an or, right? And there's more than just one. So if you're trying to apply for Medicare, if they list with the requirements, if you don't match it, we have two other options. We have Medica and we have Medicaid. Yeah.
Medicare.
Okay, so
So do I get two insurance cards or both or what?
we'll have to go through the enrollment and fill out the papers to see what you qualify for, but most likely you'd be either with Medica or Medicaid as someone who recently came to our country and presumably what does your income look like? Are you working right now?
Right now, I'm still looking. I'm having a hard time finding a job. I'm hoping I get something tomorrow, but I'll be looking for a job.
Okay. Well, good luck to you. I know the struggle. Okay, so for people who cannot afford to get private insurance or who cannot afford to pay out of pocket for their medical expenses, there's 4 different parts, not only under the Medicare, but also under the Medica.
You said Medicare, right?
Medica.
Medica and Medicaid?
Yeah.
Okay.
So with the 4 subcategories that they both have, we have a Part A that's for the hospital. If you have an emergency or a surgery, then that would help you to cover that. Part B, that will give you your, helps you to pay for your medicine if the doctor gives you a prescription or if you need to go and see the doctor in the first place.
Oh, I have to do a poke
Okay.
for a blood sugar, so for my diabetes, so I have to do a blood test. Is that covered under Part B?
It can be. So since you asked that, that is a good question. So you have diabetes. Do you have other things like that where you have to take a shot every week or every day?
DB, what is DB? What is DB? Oh. The interpreter's explaining what diabetes is. He's
Okay.
explaining and explaining.
Okay.
So, all right, and that's the sign that he uses for diabetes. So we'll follow. Perfect. All right, great.
Okay. So you have diabetes, but do you have anything else? So do you take medicine every day, every week? Do you have any shots?
Oh, I broke my arm previously.
Oh.
Is
there-
that what you're talking about? Is that what you
No, so something that's more ongoing or chronic, like every day you have to check your blood sugars. Do you have a medicine you have to take every day or something will go wrong? Do you have a weekly shot for vitamins or hormones?
The only thing I do is a blood test
Okay.
for my diabetes. That's all.
All right. And you don't have any other medications?
I don't.
Oh.
Do I take the interpreter is clarifying if he's taking if he takes medication or if he takes an insulin shot. So does that count? My shot for insulin, does that count? It's do take an insulin shot. Does that
Yeah,
count?
that would be, yep, that's all part of the diabetes. Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
I know it's very costly.
yeah. See, I don't know sign language, but I know that one. I know that one. Yes, okay, so,
In America, the American insurance can help me with the cost for my testing as well as for my insulin.
yes, yep, most of the time,
Oh, that's nice.
yes. So right now, if you are wanting insurance, you can decide what kinds do you need. Do you just want only for prescription drugs? Do you want the hospital? Do you want the doctor? You can decide that, and then we can start filling out some forms if that's where you want to go. There's some windows that we would have to discuss, and so if you kind of know what you want, then we can.
Paper forms I need to fill out. Would I get insurance right away once I fill out those forms?
No. So when you fill out the paperwork, then it's your name. It'll ask you things like what are any conditions that you have, like your diabetes, which we discussed, your age, your income. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know my name. You
Yeah,
already
I know it. But we need just to fill out the papers because we are here. We have our appointment, and then we take that paper and we send it to the people who evaluate it and put you in the computer in the system and to get all of that ready. So for right now, open enrollment, which means that there's no rigmarole, there's no hassle. You can go ahead and fill out the forms either online or on paper from now until January 15th. And so,
Online? What do you mean online?
through the internet, we have a website, and it's the same form. It's just in an electronic format. Yeah. Yep. And so you wouldn't have it immediately, the enrollment period is open from now until January 15th, but you don't get that insurance until July 15th.
Wow, that's long.
Yes, but there's...
Oh, I need to, oh, okay, because I need I can't afford to be able to get those test strips now. I'm actually looking for a job and I'm looking for a place to live and to be able to just have just living expenses that I need. How is that going to be possible? What am I going to do?
So there are options. You can file for like emergency assistance, like I have this going on and I need it to be expedited. There's also options for private insurance.
Emergency. What can you expound on that?
Emergency means that you just got to the country, to the state. You don't have insurance. You don't have a job. There's a lot of basic human needs that you don't have right now. And so diabetes, that is not a joke. That is something that's taken very seriously. A lot of people have very serious conditions with that and die every day. So we don't play around with that. And so that is something that we would want to hurry up and make sure that you could get coverage for that specific thing. Maybe you couldn't go to the hospitals yet and have that covered in the same way. But when it comes to your prescription and something that you absolutely need, there are some programs. Actually, quick backtrack. Have you applied or talked to anybody about SSI or SSDI?
I have SSDI.
Okay. Okay, so with having that, the whole government system and insurance and all the different things, there's a lot of things that are interlocked. So because you have that would help you. That shows that you're on a limited fixed income and that you get some of it from the government, which opens up some other avenues for you.
What do you mean limits? What do you mean?
So if you have SSI or SSDI, that means right now you don't have a job and your money is coming essentially, from the government to support you to get on your feet, right? And then also you have a disability. I don't really think it's a disability, but that's how the government labels it, which means that they recognize you have certain barriers to find work and to find housing. And so that gives you more time to be able to do that. And it also supplements whatever gaps you have between what you're making and what you actually need to live.
Okay, yeah. Because I know that my friends, they're on SSDI, and I have it as well. But it's not enough to cover, my medication and what I need. So that costs me over $100. So I need to be able to have some kind of insurance to be able to help with that.
Yeah, because you have that in your toolbox of resources now that you're here in America. Like I said, because you're in that system, the timetable shifts a little bit and you'd be able to get access to that sooner. But until that is approved and has gone through all the computers after we send it off to the other people, right? There are different programs, and people at the SSI, SSDI office can talk to you about that. There's something called Good Prescription, which helps to cut your costs. There are some programs that just help to hand out needles, and then instead of having to buy everything, you would maybe just have to buy the insulin. And so there's some few different options, and I can go and talk with my boss, but I don't personally have all of those minute details.
When do I need to come back to get that information?
If I look around on the website, I'm pretty sure that I can find a list of resources for you. But also there's the option of getting an email, sending them in the mail. If you talk with someone in the SSI, SSDI office, they might be able to have that. I don't know if they would. I'm not promising. But I know that they get a lot of questions about, I need help with this and what do I do? And you're helping me with this, and so they may have a good list of resources to direct you as well.
Okay. Where's the paper? I'm ready to fill it out.
Let's see here. Here we go. So just start at the top and then fill out to the bottom. Yeah.
All right. Top to bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I understand. So for SSDI insurance, are those two related in some way? How does it work?
They're not directly related. So only certain people can get SSI and SSDI. And that comes to, do they have a disability? Do they have a certain age range? Do they have different barriers to get jobs or housing and stuff like that?
Sorry, can you go back and start again? We had some
Yes.
communication.
So SSI and SSDI, they have certain requirements, and having them, or like having been accepted for SSI or SSDI means that you have some extra barriers in regards to getting work, getting housing, being able to care for yourself, in those basic requirements like being able to take care of your diabetes. So having diabetes isn't enough to get you on that, but because of the disability of being deaf, you have that. And so the government recognizes that there is some extra assistance that may be beneficial to you. And that can help to expedite and make sure that you have the insurance that you need. Instead of having surface, they understand that you may need something a little deeper. Instead of only hospital, they're going to make sure that you have prescription drug coverage so that your insulin and your needles and your test strips are covered through your insurance.
So when I fill out the paperwork, will it help me after after I fill out the paperwork today? So especially for my insulin as well as for my test strips, would that be covered today, right away, or how would that work?
I don't believe it is that fast. Give me just a second. That's the 4 parts. That's not what I need.
How long will you have to wait?
I don't, because it depends case to case. I think it's at least a small window because we need to be able to send it off to our processing department to have you put in the system and have your card sent out in the mail. I know that you asked earlier, you do get 2 different cards. So one is a MHCCP, I think. So it's that in our state you have health insurance and that it's through the state.
What's the acronym again for the card?
I think it's MHCP. So the acronym side, there are so many of them. So you have one card that says that you are insured here in Minnesota, and then you'll have your specific Medicaid, Medicare, food, whatever insurance company you get put under, you'll have one specific to that. And so that first one you get sooner, which may be able to cover all of those things that you need right now until you get your second specific company card. And then that would be able to open up and cover the rest of it for you.